Mm-hmm. And the money that we've had from the ticket sales, we've used for artist deposits, marketing, staffing costs, all like the safety side of events and stuff like that. So that's all gone. Artist deposits, obviously we've managed to retain and move to next year, but everything else is just gone. Like, all that money is lost.
Water crew all round.
That's it, H2O.
Nicely nourished.
Let me just turn that.
It's warm out there.
Oh, we nearly went.
What was that? What was that?
Yeah, they clip out.
Jesus,
You got
are we putting a claim in? Whiplash.
Whiplash at JBM HQ.
Yeah. If you had a slip in the workplace.
Watch the plant, mate. Fucking going that now. Look at it. See that big shoot out the side?
Mr. Biaggi would be proud of that, wouldn't he?
How is that even happening?
Serious, we can get that. We can chop that off and to make a new one. They're like 150 quid them.
Cuttings.
Serious, sell that 75 bob.
Get
See Mikey eyeing that up already for 75 quid. Missus will be pleased.
Get a few litres of water for that.
We actually got that on day one of JBM.
Yeah.
So it's like the
Been here longer than Bill, that.
fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are on location at the JBM office to see the JBM lads. This is episode... What is it?
5?
Is it?
I think so.
Come on,
Episode
guys.
5. We are locked down. We're in the process of it being eased. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. And we thought we'd come and say hello to our mates, our good mates, Brian and George. How are you, lads?
Yeah,
Not
man.
bad, mate. All good.
Are you sound?
Yeah.
All good.
Oh, good. So we've been in lockdown for 3 months. Would you say it's 3 months?
Since April, innit? End of March.
Nah,
And-
like mid
end
of
of
March, innit?
Yeah.
Mid-March. So what have you been doing since? Obviously, because before the lockdown, we was all thriving, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we was all working together. We do a lot of filming for these lads. And before we actually kick in, I just want to know. So George, Brian, JB, who's the M?
Both our surnames are M, aren't they? So
So it's
George,
just you
Brian,
two.
Yeah.
and then
Why
Murphy,
did I
me,
always
innit?
think it were 3 people?
Yeah, that's
I've had
like
that a few times, you know.
What have you?
I was like, who's the third person? No one's ever met him.
I,
Someone called Michael behind the scenes pulling the strings.
a secret member.
Nah. It's just easy. We just thought, yeah.
Yeah,
George,
because
Brian,
if it
yeah,
was
just
MM, it would be too long.
Yeah.
yeah.
We didn't want to fuck about with a name for too long. It was just like, sound, let's get cracking now. Took
Yeah,
about
we
2
didn't-
minutes to sort out.
We didn't really have much time, did we? So
Yeah.
Or you could just have it as music, George Bryan Music.
George Brian Music. But you put music in the name already.
I know.
JBM fits.
Yeah,
I
JBM
mean,
does. It's a nice name. It's a nice name for some nice lads. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, but yeah, sorry, I got a little sidetracked then. So, yeah, what have you been doing? I've not really spoke to you, but only recently. Not just to do with work. So, but what have you been doing in this 3 months?
The first month or 5 or 6 weeks was pretty much doing nothing. Like, we didn't know what was going on. Then it's been postponements. We've started coming in the office every day now. The lads are part time. You guys are working for more for us now. I think the first time was doing nothing. First part was doing nothing.
Yeah.
Then it was a bit of, oh shit, what's going on? Sorry for swearing.
That's right.
And then now it's kind of everything's looking good again, but we've still got a load of postponements that we need to do, and then obviously the events at the back end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think if you like segmented it, first portion's like no one knows what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
the
Second
same.
bit, it was like shit started hitting the fan. We had to cancel a load of stuff. That's when it was,
that was
like
the panic.
serious.
Yeah.
And then third bit is kind of like it's bridging up again. And then we were spending like weeks and weeks on new projects, like making our time more productive, which we can talk about in a bit. We've got literally a list as long as our arms for new projects. So we kind of thought there's no point sitting back and dawdling around. Let's, mooch around the UK, find some sites, do some proactive stuff. So we spent a few weeks on doing that and
Yeah.
seen a lot of benefits from that. And then, we're kind of on the upside a little bit now, getting some new shows out. Things are looking a little bit more positive. And there's like a bit of light at the end of the tunnel, but that's kind of where it's been at for us the last few months.
Yeah. Well, how many events did you have to cancel or postpone? Brian, do you want to bring the mic a bit really close? Lift it up a little bit if you need to.
Yeah.
Bam.
I think it was 16, 17.
Yeah.
And then we had loads in the pipeline ready to go, which just had to get folded.
I'd say it's about 25 that have
Yeah.
been readily affected, but because the time it's come, it's been like our big festival shows, which
Yeah.
are like thousands and thousands and thousands of tickets. So couldn't have come at a worse time, to be honest. Like, started off the year brilliant, loads of sold out shows, getting ready for summer. Some of these festivals have had, been working on for 12 months before,
Yeah.
and it's like, you have to wait another year now.
Shit.
But yeah, there's been a lot really that have been affected, but everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah.
We're not going to sit back and moan about it. Just crack on.
That's
Just
it.
be
Yeah.
proactive, move forward, and come back stronger. That's the main thing.
I think we all will. But the thing is, when we're given that date where social, that people we can have big gatherings.
Yeah.
Have you got say a club lined up for the second? Given the okay, or you're not even going to bother rushing it?
The problem is no one can put that date, and even when that date's announced, you look at the pubs now, like,
Yeah, you
it's
don't know
going to
what
be
it's
so
gonna
many
be
different
like.
measures. It's like, how can you even plan for that, which you can't.
Yeah.
We've got loads of stuff planned for quarter four. Of course we have. We've got tons of stuff that we can click on straight away and do. But there's no really date in our mind. Like Halloween we're planning for. Like, we think that it should be okay by then. And we can still do some like measures and stuff in clubs and venues if we need to. So it's just a case of waiting, seeing, but being ready. We're literally ready. Like, if the date got announced today, we could go tomorrow with like 10 events or something. We've got everything ready to go.
Sick. Well, we're speaking of events. What events do you run, and what ones are you associated with? If you know what I mean, like sort of like what are your brands? So we can tell the people.
So the brands that we own, so the 90s Baby, that's been a really popular
It's our
one
favourite,
for
innit?
the last 12 months. That's like gone nuts. For, I can't remember the idea behind it at the start. And as soon as we announced that first one, it sold out straight away. Bang, sold out again. Bang. And then we've just announced the trance one, so we're taking it a bit of a different direction, and that's gone crazy. Like, and we've got another lineup ready for the next trance one after that already. Like, that's how we've been planning with lockdown. Is all the lineups, all the events, all the brands. Like, next year, 2021, we've got
Everything set up.
I think 60 shows, and they're already, we know what's what.
Everything's kind of slotted in, ready.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a couple of weeks' work, then everything could just knit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick.
And then we've got the reggae festivals, which we run in Manchester, Milton Keynes and Hastings. It's kind of like a north, middle, south. They're a big part of JBM. Like, we've got some massive artists playing for those, like Shaggy, UB40, Tuts and the Maytals, David Rodigan, like all the big names. And I think that them brands are going to become something like... at the minute, they are city focused, so Manchester Reggae Festival, Milton Keynes Reggae Festival, and Hastings. But we are going to turn it into an actual brand, so it's north, middle, and south. So the same event, but happening in the different cities. But we're getting access to a lot of the talent now. So over the next year or two, that might even become. So the Milton Keynes one is an 8,000 capacity event, but that might even become like a 2-day, 15,000 capacity event. It's like, it was literally nearly sold out, wasn't it, before lockdown? And that's going to become a key focus. What else do we do? Do we do Manchester Open Air?
Oh yeah,
Which is like the small outdoor events at the skate park. Yeah, we're going to be doing some other outdoor stuff. Hopefully September, if we can get away with it, with that brand.
Got Acropolis, which is like our new techno baby.
That's it. Yeah.
So it's like that's first formed at a castle in Staffordshire.
Yeah, the plans for that look really good.
Have you got a new date for that now?
Yeah, in the September, but again, it's nearly sold out. Like 100
I
tickets
think
left.
with the way things are going, you're going to have more chance of doing something outside.
Yeah, that's it.
What they're trying to push for.
And we're
so
kind
fingers
of
crossed.
with our team, health and safety and event manager. We're working on plans, like a plan, good plan, then plan B.
Yeah.
So like plan B if we have to have some measures and stuff like that.
What's the capacity of this of the? I can't even speak. So,
The castle. Well, it's meant to be 2,500.
Right.
But because it's an old castle, the fire chief pulled it down to 1,500 because there's literally one way in and out.
All right.
So that's something that we're working on for next year, to install an additional fire exit so we can increase our capacity. But that was something that we didn't expect, and
That was a major lesson learned in event world. So we've gone to this site. The guy said, you could do 2,500 people in there. We've looked at the site, and it's bigger than 2,500 people. It's huge, the site. And we've had our team look at it, and even they were like, you could probably do 3,300, I think Brian said.
Yeah.
And then we've gone to the safety advisory meeting, and the fire's like, nah, it's 1,500 capacity.
Just because of the two in and out.
Because of the one entrance, yeah. And we was like, oh my God. But we'd already booked a lineup. Like, the lineup is huge.
Oh, shit.
Booked a lineup for 2,500 people.
So, and it costs us a lot of money to get the license as well, because nobody does events in castles. Like, it's obviously off the board. And we looked at there's another exit at the back of the castle, and he said if you can get that as a fire exit, you could put it to 2,500 capacity. But who looks at it and said, oh, it wouldn't cost much to get done?
Yeah, someone looked at it and said it wouldn't cost much. I went and looked at it, it's just like, yeah, 20 grand.
No, it was 50 grand.
Yeah, something mad.
What,
50.
would that
Oh
be
my
a
God.
permanent change?
No,
No, that was
Just a
because it's
temporary-
Just
That-
for one
it's a
off.
massive hill, so it's like had to be a certain depth, a certain width, has to have handrails, it has to be raised at the sides, and because it'd have to zigzag like the X hundreds and hundreds of meters, it was just like, yeah,
yeah.
it's not happening.
I think it was 400 meter of ramp,
Some mad amount of
because it
scaffold
had to be at a 15 degrees decline. Or something like that, and I think it was 30 metres in the air.
Fucking
Something
hell.
mad.
Gonna be steady
Something
on
down.
the road.
just all
yeah.
looked at it and just went, you know what, we'll just take the knock on the first one and
So what do you
Come
think
back.
So it's-
how it will look with that 1,500 in it? Will it look like it's a
we'll
quiet
make it
event?
look good.
Are you just going to put some
We'll
stuff
just
inside?
condense the site a little bit more.
Yeah,
Make the
just-
stage bigger, possibly.
Where we do the stage, you just do it in an area. Like, there's 2 trees in the middle, so we'll put the stage there. And if you've got 1,500 people in front of that, you'll
Yeah,
be
it's still
fine.
fair
Good,
enough.
yeah. But I think it's quite nice to go to a festival and not have this oversold
Sweaty and all that.
people, I think, will actually be able to walk around and see the site and how amazing it is.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite nice to be able to do it. Even
Just-
negative costs to us.
Yeah, it's just not nice to be the
Very
promoter who
expensive
Yeah.
operation.
is losing money.
But yeah, it's just one of them things, lesson learned. But yeah, Acropolis is, we've got so much planned for it next year. We've got another like 4 or 5 outdoor sites in the UK lined up for it
Nice.
that are going to pop up. We're looking at an Albert Hall show with it.
Yeah,
man.
So
He is
Acropolis
there,
is
yeah.
going
Can't
to
go wrong
be,
with Albert Hall.
that's it. You know, we love it. So
Yeah, we've
yeah,
got
that's going to be a big brand for us. Definitely next year, I feel that's going to come on massive. We're working with some massive brands as well next
Yeah.
year with Acropolis. So that's one certainly to watch out for. We're working hard on that one.
and that's something we've been spending a lot of our lockdown time working on. And we've managed to get. I don't know if we could say the sites because we've not.
Yeah, probably best not to. at
We've
this
got
stage.
we've
Yeah,
got
that-
we've got some really cool, unique sites for Acropolis.
Not used.
Like,
Stuff people
never been
think
used.
you can't even have a party in there.
Never been used, but when you see them, you're going to be blown away.
Some
Like,
people just be like,
Oh
oh,
my
my
And it's
god.
keeping that same theme because even like from the castle, that look when I seen the videos and the shots, that looked unreal.
yeah, Castle's
Yeah.
amazing, but we've got 2 better sites than that.
So when you, like I say, have you spoke to the council about these new sites or the right people you need to speak to?
well,
Yeah.
That's
So
what we've been
when
doing.
you speak to them, do you sort of say, listen, I want, this for 5 years or anything like that?
Well,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's it goes if it's a council-owned land or privately owned. So if it's privately owned, you just strike a deal with the owner.
So is that what you make most
Then
of the
you
time
speak
do?
to the council, do the
Yeah.
applications and all that sort of stuff.
Because if someone see you as a good, if someone else sees that you've got a good thing, everyone else jumps on
We
it.
always lock into
Yeah.
exclusivity, yeah.
And these
because-
kind of sites, like the Castle, it took us like 6 months to get the license for that.
yeah, it's okay.
And it cost about 20 grand.
Like
Yes.
people don't see the work that goes in behind the scenes.
No, it's
Yeah.
back
You know
and
what I
forth, meetings,
Like-
plans.
Been to the site 10 times.
Yeah, like,
And no one, like when you see people moaning after the event, like say the most minor thing
Oh,
pissed
man.
them off, and they moan about it, and it's like, fuck, was that the door then?
No, I don't think so. Someone coming through the other door.
And yeah, and they just moan and just not take into account the hard work that just gone into there.
I just switch off from it now, though. It's
Yeah,
just like
you
you know
have
the
to.
work that you've put in. So it's
Yeah.
just like, don't worry about it. They don't see all the other stuff, and I don't mind that because
Yeah.
that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, come on.
I know.
Some small stuff is like, come on.
I know,
You have
yeah.
to queue an extra 2 minutes for the toilet or whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
yeah.
like,
Is that a door?
that is the door.
Come in.
Come on in.
Hold tight the
You
beer.
know what?
Keg
That,
out,
you know what that
chat.
could be.
I'm looking for George.
Yeah, that's me, mate.
Right, I seen JBM, I thought that's called it.
Yeah.
I've got delivery for you, I'm round the back, so
Yeah, come here and we'll come down and grab it, mate.
I'll meet you down in a bit, yeah?
Yeah. Beer keg time, baby.
What's that? Beer keg.
We've got a beer keg.
I dare to put it in the middle of the. Why have you got that?
Office beers on a Friday, mate.
Is that what you do?
There-
So you get
it's
a
this
keg.
massive big beer fridge, beer thing,
Yeah.
and you put like the keg in on top, and it does 14 pints ice cold, 1 degrees.
Just wait till you see this.
All right, is it going to bring it up?
We'll
for us,
unbox it and
We'll
everything for you.
put it in the
Alright,
the
sick,
video.
Sick.
So what was we talking about the castle?
I don't know.
No, we're talking about customer experience and people
Yeah.
kicking off about small stuff. Yeah, I used to be really like, it used to really get to me, that kind of stuff. But now it's like, yeah, I understand it. You're going to piss people off, but you can't please everyone.
People
fact.
will always moan no matter what.
People
it
have
is.
got a different mentality and mindset to you as well, so you can't can't expect, you know, Stacey from Rotherham to understand the level of work that's gone into event. Their job is just to come, enjoy themselves, and go home, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah, and if you've got an event of 5,000 people and you get 10 people complain about
That's a
queuing
success,
too
isn't it,
long
really?
or anything like that, then
Yeah,
I think that's a success,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
But you work with alongside other brands.
Yeah, we
Like-
do a lot. Yeah.
Before the lockdown, you worked with Do Not Sleep.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, man. And it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a lockout. The last event.
The last event. Yeah.
The last
Yeah, it was the
event at
last
Albert
one, man.
Hall.
I think that was the last big event in the UK.
It was literally the last one,
It
and
was
then
the day-
Monday,
Yeah.
it was like, right, the hatches are coming down now. It was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
What an event it was, though. It was
Yeah.
like-
It was touch and go
Lockdowns.
if that was going to happen. On the Friday, we was all chatting with the Albert Hall and stuff, and it was like, this could get pulled today.
Yeah.
But as 5 o'clock hit, and all like the MPs and stuff went home, we were just like, I
Didn't
think
say
we've got the
anything.
last.
Yeah. We was
They announced it
one.
Sunday, didn't they?
We
It
was
was
bricking
madness
it.
as well in there.
Yeah.
I think the atmosphere was totally different for that.
Yeah,
Everyone,
reason as
everyone
well.
was having it, wasn't they?
It
Because
was
they knew.
electric. Yeah.
I think we had 4 events that weekend, and we was bricking it. It was like, if we have to cancel these, we're fucked.
Yeah,
At this
it
time,
would've
a
been
lot
a
of them
nightmare,
were.
man.
A lot of people were cancelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Because you had a good time that night, didn't you, George?
Great time, mate. I loved it.
Let
Obviously,
me go and
it's
get this
like-
delivery.
Go on. All right. So George,
Hang on.
we've got a video we're going to show up on screen.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't see it.
I'm not allowed to see.
You can't see it because I'll explain it when it's on the screen. When you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've just shown this clip. So yeah, you
What's
hit,
the clip?
you hit Alan on the head.
Oh mate, me and Alan all night. He was literally brilliant. And
Yeah.
he's one of them DJs where he can come on and just take it away. And he was just playing a next level set, and he dropped this crazy, and
Yeah.
everyone was just like boom. And I give him a little kiss on his head. We had
Yeah.
a little moment. I
How
love
long
him,
have you
man.
known him for?
Alan? You know, a couple of years. Like
Right,
you just
okay.
bump into DJs and stuff here, there, and everywhere.
It was just, I think.
But we've got a lot of stuff lined up with him, so we was having a bit of a chat about it backstage beforehand, and we've got a load of bookings in for Alan, like for the next 12 months. So,
Did you send him that clip I sent you?
nah, I don't know where the clip is. Is it on
'Cause-
WhatsApp?
Yeah, because I remember you
I'll
said you
need
were
to send it
in.
over to him. Yeah,
Yeah, I think you
I'll
best.
send it over to him today.
Yeah, send it over to him because, like I said, we
That
cause
would
we were
definitely- yeah.
we was editing it, and then he's gone, "What's this?" And you hugged him and just gone, "Bam!" You just hit Alan
It's
on
just
the
a little
head.
rub on the head, isn't
Oh,
it?
we were dying.
Yeah.
We
We
dying.
can because you were on point that night, and
Had to
obviously
be done.
it was the last night.
He
of-
was brilliant though that night. Honestly,
unreal.
Like I've seen a lot of his sets, but yeah, he was on top game.
He was, man. He's, I think.
And he'd just come from another gig as well. I think where did he play? I think he was playing in Liverpool last minute because obviously Alan wasn't meant to be playing. Pampot was meant to be playing, but because of the coronavirus and stuff, Pampot Teseo has got like a young family, and there was some travel restrictions, so he couldn't come. Alan, like super sub last minute, like literally just made it from his Liverpool set. Quick little drink backstage, then straight on. So I think he proper pulled it out of the bag for us that night.
Yeah.
So I think us as a team was so buzzing that he could play, and obviously the Do Not Sleep guys, Neil and Lisa, they were super chuffed that he could come.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. They just had a little delivery.
Urgent delivery,
Urgent, very important.
very
delivery.
important. Signed for
Well,
one of the heavy fellas.
So we'll have to show you this at the end. They really want to show us what's in this box. Looks fancy.
Does look good, that, doesn't it?
It does. We'll have to wait to the end. But yeah, it's very sweaty in here. I'm sorry. Keep dabbing myself up.
It's like the hottest day of the year, though, isn't it? We've picked
No,
the
yeah.
hottest
Yeah.
day. Of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah, definitely
It's
30
been
degrees
raining.
outside.
Mikey didn't want to come on the Friday when it's raining.
No.
Chooses to come today.
it was one of them. It's like I'm proper getting mad when you were like saying Jaws wants to get on the piss. I'm like, you just want to do
On
a
the bike?
I pissed up on the bike as well.
Have you never
You want to
pissed
get
on
I actually never. Have you?
I've never drunk drive on a bicycle.
Look at that cheeky face. Guilty.
So yeah, what we'll last before we have to get stopped for that delivery.
Yeah.
Just talking about.
I just want to take it back a little bit.
Go for it.
Obviously, we spoke about the lockdown and stuff when
Yeah.
all the measures got put back in.
Yeah.
Obviously, you being in the position that you were at the time, obviously we seen the calendar, all the shows that were booked in. Obviously, it's come as a massive blow to you.
Big
Like,
time, yeah.
Obviously, you've got staff working for you and stuff. Like, how have you dealt with it? Have you had any help? And where are you now in terms of all that kind of stuff?
When we first went into lockdown, it was tough, really tough. Like we was actually looking at liquidation of the company and going bankrupt. It was terrible. Like the thoughts, because obviously we've paid a lot of money out, and all them shows that we've had to cancel or postpone, we've had to refund all the customers.
Mm-hmm.
And the money that we've had from the ticket sales, we've used for artist deposits, marketing, staffing costs, all like the safety side of events and stuff like that. So that's all gone. Artist deposits, obviously we've managed to retain and move to next year, but everything else is just gone. Like, all that money is lost. So we have had help, luckily. Obviously we got the bounce back loan from the government, and then we've got another loan from somebody else.
How much you get?
On the bounce back loan, 50 grand.
Fucking hell.
But that's not.
It's gone straight away.
Has it?
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
eats
yeah.
up everything else, doesn't it?
Oh shit, man. Did you not? How much was that cake? That
We
airbox?
bought that.
No, we bought that.
All right, but it's not in the business thing.
Nah.
Right, okay, carry on, go on.
So we got the bounce back loan, and then we've got another loan, which we're gonna have to. Yeah, it's probably gonna take us till the start of next year to pay off. All being well, that if we can run shows in September, October, November, December,
Yeah, we'd have to run our Q4 shows to make up for
the
last 8
losses.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think by February next year will be a clean slate.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
best case scenario.
So when you put it like that, we've worked a full year for free, and then got ourselves in 6 figures of debt.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
But like,
Wounded, man.
But the company's still here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and we're
that's
still
it.
working.
that's what I was just going to say. Obviously, that's a big decision. When, like you said, you could have went into bankruptcy.
Honestly, it was
It
like,
would have been the easy way out. Let's
yeah,
say.
yeah, that was
opposite,
it.
Because
Yeah.
like that's not. It wouldn't be the end of Brian and George. It'd just be the end of JBM Music. But your relationships are severed with certain people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the very last resort. But it's a very much realistic resort that everyone was looking at.
And a lot
Yeah.
of people
So-
have.
We're kind of
Well,
lucky
we nearly
to be in the position
very,
we are.
Yeah, we very, very nearly did it. But then I remember saying to George, I was like, I think we're gonna have to do it. I don't see any other way out. And then I think I woke up in the morning and said,
Yeah.
we're not doing that. We're not taking that road. If we have to work for a year for free and to pay all the debts back, then that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And luckily
I think we've just worked so
Yeah.
hard in the last year to make relationships with people, build the good bridges, and like that's the very last step that we would want to take. So that would be like literally, as Brian
And like
said,
you've
we're
said-
very close, but
In this time, like since the lockdown you've been going through, now you're back at work, you're getting everything sorted for next year, so you've made it productive as opposed to
yeah,
like,
that's it. Like there was just a day. It was just like, you know what, we have to change the mindset now, because if we don't, then
Yeah.
we're just going to be beat up and oh look, we've lost this money. But it's like, how can you look at that? You're not going to bounce back if you do.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
you just have to look forward, not backwards, and just right. This is what's in front of us. This is what we've got now. Let's use our resources, our mindset, and just make the future more positive. And that's what we've done. So
And then you've also got to look at like the last 12 months, like how we managed to start JBM and get it to where it was. Because you guys seen the plans for
Yeah.
this year, the amount of events we had. I think it was like 130,000 tickets which we was going to do.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
last year we did, I think 58,000 or 59,000
yeah,
tickets.
yeah.
So there was a lot of shows that were ready to go, and all of them gone, all postponed, all cancelled. Like apart from the back end of the year ones, obviously we're hoping to get away with them.
Yeah.
The staff, like that was terrible. Like we just took you guys on, literally just took you guys on like 2 weeks before it, as full time like video guys for JBM. Then like obviously Bill and Harrison, it was terrible. Like we have having to do what we had to do.
Yeah, the problem
Yeah.
is as well, like you've got personal relationships
Yes,
with like
that's
you
it.
guys and
Yeah.
Bill and Harrison. It's like, yeah, we're the guys paying the bills, but like you've actually got personal ties to these guys. You
Yeah.
don't want to let them down. I'd never want to see them in the shit because they're your mates as well.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really difficult.
But I think everyone understands because no one wants to be a part of the sinking of the ship.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of like
you got to just sort of like understand, you know, because everyone had an option.
Yeah.
Everyone has options to do something else, and that's why it's the same with VJ. VJ, how long you were on? He was on this when we started with JBM. VJ started full time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Flexed. So and then because it was explaining, you know, the cut-off
so
point.
basically, because I started on the 1st of March
yeah.
with Mikey, the cut-off point, I'd done, I've worked a full month, and then the cut-off point for the furlough was the 28th of February.
It's just madness,
So I was
isn't
like,
it?
I'm not going to get anything. I've done a full month's work and stuff, but like I spoke to my old boss and sorted a few things out, and luckily I've managed to get something. But like Mikey said, we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
That's what makes it.
Yeah.
If it were just you guys who were
Yeah, then
struggling,
it
then
would
you'd
be
be
hard,
like,
yeah.
because everybody's in it.
You know, I couldn't. To be fair, I couldn't see any normal human being saying, "Nah, I'm not going. I want my money." You know what I mean? Because that's just daft, man. It's
Yeah.
just it's a see you next Tuesday's trick and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm just a little bit intrigued when you said, obviously, you were talking a bit then about how it started. How did JBM come about? How did you boys get together and start the business?
So obviously we met. Brian was working at Victoria Warehouse. Then I came and started working with Victoria Warehouse. And then for us, it was just like a natural progression, really. Like I've always run my own events, so has Brian. And when I was 24, I think I went and worked for VW. But for 6 years before that, I was running my own events, big events, and then that was like a middle of the road. Got loads of experience with the VW guys. Like we had some great times there, and then it was just kind of the next step. So like me and Brian have got a great relationship anyway. Both seeing the same plans and development, and it was just like, right, let's just go for it then. And it was literally just like it might work, it might not.
And you definitely hit the
Worth
ground
it.
running.
Yeah.
and obviously you thought worth a try. There's no point
That's
in
it. It was
not
just
trying.
like, you know, we've both done massive events before, so it weren't like we were stepping into the unknown.
Yeah.
We're handling big events at VW, so it was just like, let's just go for it, because if we don't go for it now, then we're going to look back and think, fuck's sake,
Exactly.
should have just gone for it.
Yeah.
We
That's
had
it.
all these ideas in our heads, and it was just like, let's just do it. Otherwise, you look back at you and think, fuck, should have done that. But now
Exactly.
someone else is doing it.
That's it. Before all this, you're both DJs.
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
Not anymore. We don't play anymore.
You don't play.
No, I
not
don't play anymore.
No,
not
no,
even
no.
interested at all.
No.
Nah.
VJ didn't know you was a DJ.
Oh, what? You
Everyone
haven't seen
knew
my
about
fire
George.
sets, bro.
Like, you were like, George was a DJ. I'm like, George was the sickest. He was the best out of Brian. And
Best in Manchester.
now,
Yeah, we was both DJs, but I think we've naturally, well, I speak for myself, I just naturally grew away from it. Like, I didn't want to be anywhere near, I don't want to be anywhere near them decks at my own events. Sometimes it's just like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just stay away,
Yeah.
get the night done and just piss off.
You got enough going on. It's stressful. Can be
Yeah,
stressful.
and I just fell out of love with it a little bit. It's like, yeah, we could play at all of
You
our
not do it
gigs.
as a hobby or out anymore. Like, no.
Sometimes parties and stuff, you'll have a little
Yeah, if we
press
have,
of the buttons and that, but
if we have like a house party or like a
Have a little go.
after party in the studio or something like that, we'll have a go.
But like some people do ask us, they're like, you've literally got the biggest platforms. Why aren't you DJing? It's
Yeah,
like
you can
because
put
my
yourself on all the
passion's not
things
in
and-
that. My passion's making sure all this is happening.
well,
Yeah,
a lot of
so-
people I've seen a lot of DJs put events on just for them to blow.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like I'm not saying that that's what they do.
I started off like that though.
Did you?
You know, I was doing like just skank drum and bass dubstep parties because I wanted to be a DJ, and like that's fine doing it like that.
Does
But
it
I
wo- it
felt that
works?
Nah,
Do you not reckon it works?
Sometimes it does, but then it's like you focus. It's like there's too much going on. Like to run a big event anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and then you've got to go and DJ, and then you've got people going, oh, this has gone wrong. Can you sort this out? Can
Yeah,
you get me
yeah.
some drinks
Yeah,
to it?
yeah,
You're like,
Yeah.
fucking hell, it's not worth it.
And it's the
I-
preparation as well. So if you want to be a good DJ, you've got to put all your effort
People,
into
I
doing
think
that. Do you
people
know what I
take
mean?
for granted how long it does take to like, you know, get a set ready. You know,
Yeah.
especially for big events, you know, like going into an Albert Hall or 2000 cap, it's like that's a big deal. And I
Yeah.
think people do take for granted the DJ's job sometimes.
Yeah, People just think they turn up, do the set, and that's
Honestly,
it. Do you know what I
but
mean?
it's like it's a lot fucking more to that. So
Yeah, and then it's also you focus on you're taking your focus away from your actual event, because sometimes we'll have 5 or 6 events in one weekend.
Yeah.
In Manchester, Newcastle, London, like so we've got to think like constantly be on the ball. You can't just go and
And
Is
you're
that not
always on-
stressful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Must
is,
drive you mad.
But if
It
it's
works.
a success and it works and it's
Yeah,
all
it's a
worth
good-
it,
isn't
and
it?
you're always on your phone, you know, you've always got fucking groups of people at the door. Oh, I forgot to buy the
Yeah,
ticket
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, you said I was on the guest list. You're not. Oh, can I get some drinks? Oh, my bottle of vodka's run out. Can I get another one? Oh, can we
What's-
get a picture? It's
What's
just
the
like-
funniest story? You know, like around there, people trying to get in for free and that. Have you got like a mad story from what you've had to deal with?
mad
Or
story.
a funny or whatever, something stupid or anything that's, if you've not come across it yet.
I've had it was one, I think it was Albert Hall.
It was that guy who kept getting backstage at Albert Hall. Do you remember it?
No, but
Don't know who it was.
in
It's
terms of
just-
sneaking in, I think someone was said it's my night, I'm Brian Murphy, and I was like, I'm Brian Murphy.
That's always a classic.
I was like, what?
I might have to
Mad
try that one.
But then at the same time, you're like, fucking fair play, geezer.
Yeah,
Like,
he's done his research.
pass me off.
There was also one where someone said, my mate runs this night, and I said, oh, well, who's your mate? And he said, Brian, and I said, well, I'm Brian, you don't know me.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Fucking off, Don.
What the fuck, man?
Legging it.
That's shit. You've obviously done a tiny bit of homework, but not put the face to the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a classic, like, I don't hear of people for years, months sometimes,
And
and
then
then
they
they're
ask for
popping up on the event day.
Yeah.
It's fine to a degree, but it's just like, come on, man. I just read the message and ignore them now, and people get the message. But it's like,
I don't think people understand if you've got a friend that's running an event, you should rather want to pay double to support. Well, not play double, but
it's
pay to
mad
support.
though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
people
Then
just
what-
don't look at it like that.
Yeah, and so as I have enough friends to know that they'll always rather pay us for something
Yeah.
than
Mm.
get it for free just because
That's
they're
what
down for
my
support.
mindset is, though. Like, if you know we're going out somewhere, like I'm not one of them guys who's like bugging people for a guest list and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, no, we always buy
Like,
tickets.
We'll
for
just buy a
events.
ticket.
I'm not bothered about it paying
But then
whatever
at the
for-
same time, like, it doesn't really bother me anymore. Like, you know, we've got like a close core group who come to the events and stuff. And outside of that, like, you'll hear of some of the same people, different people all the time.
Yeah.
Wanna be your best mates. And the best one is when, didn't know that event was yours, bro. Raz, fucking hell, you've come a long way. It's just like, yeah. Like, and but yeah, that's just one of the things that comes with it, I guess.
It's literally the same lines that you get all the time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
is it tickets only, that event? Or
Well,
is it
what's
sold
Is that how
out?
it starts?
They ask, they go, is there still tickets left? It's like, you know there's tickets because you've just been on the Skiddle link. But,
And then
it's
it
just
comes,
one it's just one of them, innit? I don't mind people asking for guest lists and stuff, and, you know, we're sound guys, so
Yeah.
we go out our way to help people, but if you take
Well-
the piss, then
Yeah,
Exactly.
if I've not spoken to you for 2 years and you're like asking it, it's just go away.
Yeah.
Come on. You
yeah,
don't.
people
you-
chatting to you outside of events and stuff like that, and they're like mates or at least checking in and stuff. Like I do, try and speak to as many people as I can all the time. Then that's cool, but yeah, no randoms.
Yeah. If full on asking that or nowhere, you know, like just like, oh, is that your event? Any tickets left? Oh, good guest list. It's like,
It'll always pop up with that. Hey mate, how's it going? How have you been?
and you just know from that.
And then
there.
they get there, you go, all right, I'll put it on the guest list. They get there, can't come backstage, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come buy your drinks for you all night as well. And do you want a doner kebab after when you go home, and I'll pay for your taxi.
Exactly, that's it.
I hate
Full
people.
all-inclusive treatment.
I hate people trying to get backstage. That's one of my worst things when we do a gig.
Yeah.
The excuses are just fucking full of shit.
But when you get back there, it's just like, it's actually pretty boring, isn't it? You know, it's just
Yeah.
us like running around
But
working.
I think people then realise it's boring back here and they make the fucking way into our workspace, which is behind
Yeah.
the DJ.
Yeah.
So like, there's been so many times where we've been like, just trying to get past, and we get evils and all sorts. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, I'll fucking move like
Always
that.
at our events, though, we've always tried to keep it a working environment back
Yeah.
there. Like, there's nothing I hate more than seeing like videos where there's like 100 people on the stage.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like, look
Yeah.
shit.
And
You
like,
paid $5-6 for this production. Can't see it because all your fucking heads in the way.
Yeah.
It's like, we try and keep it very minimal. Or if there's people backstage, like at Albert Hall, for example, we'll try not to let anyone on that stage, because at the same time, like, all these people have paid to see this full thing.
Yeah.
They don't want a load of bopping heads. And
Unless
you
it-
guys
yeah.
are working.
Unless
we're
it's a
trying to work.
garage night.
Unless it's a garage
Yeah,
night.
garage speaking of.
And like, yeah, all the MCs and DJs have got an entourage of 30 people.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It was odd when you did Pure
Pure
oh,
garage.
garage.
Pure Garage when it was, I just turned up because I had to turn up an hour late and VJ was already there, and the big
Pulling
tune was
his hair
going
out.
off, and I was like trying to get through all these big lads. I'm like trying to get past, just looking up, just like, can I get past you? And then I just filmed it. It was that. What was that tune? Have you seen the clip of Pure Garage, the first
The
one?
drum and bass tune that dropped.
Yeah, yeah,
As
yeah.
The bricks don't,
What's
bricks
that?
won't
What's the
roll.
remix called of that?
It weren't. It was a double drop when he
Yeah,
done
it was a
that.
double
Oh,
drop. Yeah,
but
yeah,
if
yeah.
you-
Was it DJ Look at MCD done it? I know the exact video you're talking
Because
about.
I've searched for the track. Because obviously I know the track, but I didn't know the vocal was
It's
over
Hazard.
it.
Yeah, it's like a bootleg, I think, or it's a double drop. I'm not sure. I know
Right.
the exact one you're talking about, but it went.
No, it
off.
has got vocals on that track. I'm sure it has.
Not the original,
No.
obviously not the original by Hazard, but
Ah.
I've not found. After that night, I was searching it for it because it just. I know. I think it's Rent. Is it Wretch Free 2?
Oh,
sure,
that-
it's his
yeah,
vocal.
yeah, yeah.
And then
The Hazard
DJ
track.
Hazard
It was so
dropped,
solid,
yeah.
crew.
Yeah,
Well, that was
they
it,
finished
so
with
solid.
it, don't
Oh,
they?
was it?
10, 5, 6 foot, then 19, so solid, it's true. 1 night, 2 kill them, 3 fly, 4 leave them, 10, 5, I'm a cat. 19, so solid, it's true. I can't stay more than
Yeah, so that was a bit of a planned set for them. I think because they did it again.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
finished with that tune.
Quite a big finale one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes off every fucking time. Sorry, my phone.
Yeah, because he was throwing water, wasn't he? I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they used to get up bottles, don't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're good, man. So solid
They're
crew.
sick.
Yeah.
They're sick.
They were.
Every time we filmed them, they've just been on point, and they've seen like good lads as well.
Yeah,
man.
sound aren't they? Like really nice
yeah,
people.
yeah. Just a check. Can you ever get like the full team back? There's no way of getting the full team.
Yeah, there is.
We did. We
We
got
spoke
a quote,
to him, didn't
and
we?
it was
Go on.
21 grand.
20 grand or something.
21 grand.
Yeah, it was 21 members,
21 seconds.
21 grand.
21 grand.
And I was like, nah.
21 members.
They were doing like a tour.
That
with it.
included Asher D from Top
Yeah,
Boy as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
All that.
So it's sort of worth it.
Original
innit?
crew.
Yeah.
So because of Top Boy, I think a lot of people would have turned.
We wanted to do a live show with it, just that.
Yeah.
But then it's like 21 grand. How do you make it stack?
Yeah, because they did because I think it's 20 years or 21 seconds, so they did one show in Bristol or somewhere with a band and was going to do it in Manchester, but you'd have to do the whole album all to make it work.
That's it.
I don't
Yeah.
think they've got 2,000 tickets in them, just alone as a live show.
Yeah, I agree.
No,
So when you look at what you can get though, it's like you can get them and then 10 other garage DJs for
For-
probably the same money.
right? Yeah.
So
Makes
when
sense.
people weigh it up on paper, them garage like aren't daft.
What's it like booking artists? Like, obviously, you speak to the management and stuff like that. Is it an
Yeah.
easy process? Can it be complicated?
I think
It
been
depends.
booking acts for so long now. Know a lot of them like
Are they-
quite
are-
personally.
'Cause I don't like managers at all.
You don't like them at all. Why?
I you know what?
Just not met the right ones.
You know what? I've met about five artist managers, and you know what? I'm lying. You know what? I don't care about managers. I just don't associate with them, man. I just think I get too much grief from them, and I'm just a videographer, so I shouldn't really be getting grief.
Oh, right.
No,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
I don't see many managers coming to the shows now. Not
No.
There
There
used to be a
come
lot
loads,
at
but
Victoria
now-
Warehouse.
It's a lot of it's a lot of the bigger artists because they're just
Yeah,
making
they
sure that
They're getting what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're the strictest and can come across a bit cuntish.
yeah.
But Friggum, no.
But yeah, there's some, we've got good relationships with some agents. Some are hard work, but when the shows are there and they're good, then people want to do the work. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, if you believe in what you're doing and the proof's in the pudding, then
Yeah.
it's there,
and
innit?
it's one of them, like, they're going to get booked again from you guys, the amount of shows that you put on and stuff. So it works in both
when
ways.
we book an act, it's more like, we want you for this show, but we're doing this,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this as
exactly.
well. And then when they realise that, it's like, oh yeah.
do,
to
do,
be fair.
do you think, like, certain artists, think they really care if you said that? Because it's like, well, 'cause you got to think,
Well, I'm booking you for this, and this. It depends how cool the events are that you're
Yeah, I
giving.
think-
them.
if
shows
it's
got-
special,
Yeah.
totally.
I think
yeah,
DJs now, there's so much going on. Like you've got to stand out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Especially in Manchester, there's so much good quality events going on. The Warehouse projects, great shows at Gorilla, Albert Hall, wherever. You've got to kind of, these big acts do want to have to play for you.
Yeah.
And want to do that, and the date's got to fall right and into their tour schedule, and everything's got to fall right sometimes. But when it does fall right and you get it, and that's when it's good.
How much have you spent on one artist at a time?
96.
The biggest one,
96.
96 grand. Who's that on?
But
Can I
there's a
guess?
lot-
Can't say, can't
No,
say.
you can't say.
If I guess, we
No,
say,
don't.
Well, have they played or are they yet to play?
Yet to play, but
Oh, I know then.
I wouldn't mention it because it's not fair. It's confidential.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
like, it's all relative to their size. Like,
Yeah.
there's a big stigma about artist fees and all this, and it's like, oh, he's fucking charging too much.
Just
He's
golf
charging too
tickets.
much because he sold 3,000 tickets on the on
Exactly,
sale. He's
exactly.
charging too much because he's doing this show, he's doing that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all relative. Like, people aren't stupid. Agents, management, they're not stupid. They know what these acts are worth.
Yeah.
You know, they see it every single week, how many tickets these acts are delivering. So
Yeah.
And they're not
for
gonna-
me, like,
But it's like...
you can't get proper ripped off anymore anyway, put it that way. Like, if you've been doing it as long as we have and you know what roughly people are getting paid and but whatever, and you know, you're speaking to other big promoters, which we do, it's like you can't pull the wool over our eyes, and they don't really do that. So
No.
it's like people are worth these big fees. You know, they're worth it. The big live touring acts, you know, we've booked Shaggy. That's a big fee because it's Shaggy.
How much?
Never mind. But it's Shaggy, you know what I mean? Craig David, another big fee
Yeah.
because it's fucking Craig David,
Yeah.
one of the biggest peers in his industry.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, and then you go the other scale, and it's like, oh, what? He was only $1,000. It's like, well, yeah.
Was that cancelled or rescheduled? Was that...
Which one?
The Craig David one. Did that happen?
It's in September, but it's looking likely we're going to have to push next year.
All right.
It's looking like it's going to be August 7th next year.
And have you paid deposit for him already?
We've already paid him, yeah.
A big chunk.
Is it?
Big
How much?
chunk of change, a
Big
lot.
chunk.
And he's trying to get the fees in, isn't he? His calculator in his head like that.
Because yeah,
We'll tell you after.
people like to be nosy like that.
People
like-
love to know how much artists get paid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Facebook's killer for it. They
Why-
love it. Like
you talk
I just
about
see
it on-
Stacey's, oh, $5,000 he gets. $5,000. Oh yeah. Sold 800 tickets on his own, or 1,000 or whatever. Isn't he worth that?
How much was Ellen?
Worth every penny.
Oh yeah, fucking right he is.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
with the
yeah,
best
yeah,
set of the best set of the night.
We got a really good deal on him because
Yeah, he done us a favour.
because
man.
it was last minute.
Right.
But we have Alan playing for us at the Castle.
Yeah, he's playing the Castle. But Alan's got a really good relationship with Neil, who owns Do Not Sleep. So Neil's really good at pulling in them favours. So that's
Nice
how
one,
that
Neil.
one came about. Yeah, nice on Neil. And Neil, you know, Alan will play for us down the line across a number of other projects. So yeah, he's just one of them. But yeah, all these DJs, you know, people like that who are, you know, high up in their scene and they are to be respected. The fee will be rewarded because
Whack on the
it's-
head.
It's like that's what they're doing. You
Yeah.
know, they're worth the big tickets. You know, what.
So
they're
let's
putting
say
out.
money wasn't an option, a problem. What's your dream lineup?
Yeah. If you had the
Um,
biggest club of any capacity, what would your dream lineup be? What genre of music is your favourite?
It's, you know what? It's fucking hard
Across
because
the board, yeah.
in this office we'll listen to trance one day, then we'll listen
Yeah.
to reggae, then we'll listen to like bassline. Jamie Duggan will be on or something.
Yeah.
And then Shaggy will be on and like a load of chilled reggae.
This is
and
why
then
I
we'll
love
listen
your
to some
events.
house. Then we'll put a Solomon mix on. So it's like I don't think I've got a favourite genre of
Yeah.
music.
No,
So
it
what
depends
would you
on
like?
Which
the-
is why our events are so diverse.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's why I
Like I
love
was
filming
speaking
them.
to a techno
Yeah.
agent the other day, and the reggae thing come up, and he's like, "You're reggae promoters." Yeah,
You
oh, and,
wouldn't-
and
yeah.
we've got a 90s brand, and we've got a techno brand, and a classics brand.
I know.
It's just like,
Yeah, it's
Wow.
mad. Like we've just had some artwork done for like what we're going to start doing quarterly announcements for JBM to show the artists that are performing. But it's going to look funny because we'll have like Alan Fitzpatrick, Green Velvet, and then it'd be like, we'll say a 90s artist, ATB or
Robin
S.
Robin S or something like that next to it, and then it'd be like Shaggy, UB40, and you're like, how the
Yeah.
goes from that to that to that to that.
and then we do like drum and bass stuff. Then we'll do like a low stepper show
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
mint.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, but I think that's.
So how would you, if you had to do a
Dream
dream
lineup.
lineup? How would you? What would you do?
I think I've got a lot of dream lineups in terms.
Yeah,
of
I'd have to do
different
some-
genres,
Bearing in
like-
mind what you say now could actually be reality.
I'd love
the
to book, like,
future.
It will be
Tiesto.
reality. Do you know when we first, whatever we said we've done so far?
Yeah.
Honestly, whatever we
Sick.
said. When
That's
we
the
first did the reggae things, we was like, right, we want to book Shaggy, and we've booked Shaggy within 12 months.
Yeah, yeah.
Unreal,
Got him.
man.
That, when we started the reggae,
It was like we're doing garage shows, right? We'll book Craig David in 12 months. Bang.
yeah, and we
straight
got
away
it
for the
like
festival.
we got it straight away. But I think I'd do a big reggae one if I could. like
Yeah.
all the Marleys, Buju Banton and stuff like that. And then I'd love to do a proper techno one. I'd love to book Prids.
Yeah.
That's a dream.
He
booking.
could sell out everything on his own.
But
That's
I'd
it.
love to
Have
do
you ever inquired about a price?
for
Just-
Prids.
Just for,
I don't think it's worth it
No, we've not
because
asked,
it's
no.
just kind of like you can see his touring patterns.
Hmm.
I don't think there's anything that we could bring to the table for Prids at this moment in time.
Yeah.
5 years down the line, maybe we will. But at the minute, for what he's doing, and with Cream and his big festivals and these huge production shows, we're not at that level yet.
Yeah, we need
Not
a
saying we won't be, but just right now, we haven't really got anything we could put to the table to him.
Yeah, we're not eager. We're not like we don't rush into things. So it's like we know that we need to do some more higher end artists. So like we're trying to do some gigs like Solomon, Michael Corolla, Jamie Jones, and we fucking nearly had them took off. Like
Yeah, we nearly had it stuck.
we
off
had
this year.
it done for this summer, and then we can start approaching going to that top tier.
I think we just respect where we're at in terms
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
company. It's like we don't want to start legging it. We're working what's in front of us, and we're projected for the next 2 years now,
yeah.
and there'll be a really good growth across the years, 100%.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll be sat here 5 years down the line and be like, do you remember chatting about these artists? Oh yeah, we're doing a tour with him. We're doing a tour with him. Hopefully we will.
Yeah,
I
man.
think we will be, but
So you're
Um,
thinking strictly UK? Would you do
I
any events?
wouldn't really bother going abroad
Not
yeah,
interested in a
I
beef.
think a lot of people do get interested in like that sort of stuff, but
potentially, but
it's a lot of fucking moving
Doesn't seem like
parts
a-
and a lot of politics and all the rest of it, and it's like, is it worth the aggro? I just don't think we need to. Like,
Yeah,
do a
not
big
at the-
festival abroad, I'd rather do it here, where
Yeah.
we can control everything and deliver the event
Yeah.
as best we can.
Or let someone do like a brand buy over there. Someone that's already there doing events.
Yeah. We'd never say no to doing something abroad, but at this moment in time, it's not.
It's no interest.
yeah, if you look at the calendar for next year, it's a case of just delivering that, making sure that does the job, and then year on year you add to it and add to it and add to it and add to
Yeah.
it. I think next year, I think we worked it out, it's like 175,000 tickets, 180,000 tickets.
Yeah, and
So
it's-
this year we're going to do 120, next year 175, 180. It could be even be 200,000.
Yeah, there was a
Fucking
couple of
hell.
projects in the air, which is like 50-50 touch and go, whether we get the licenses or not. So if we do, then it's like 200,000 tickets, which is absolutely ridiculous for a company of
hell.
our size.
What's the biggest event you got planned for next year? Can you sneak a peek?
Ticket-wise, I would say it'll be Milton Keynes.
Milton
because
Keynes,
we'll-
yeah.
Something in Milton
We
Keynes.
will do 8,000 tickets for that.
You're gonna bring us down for Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
You've not took us down to Milton Keynes, yeah?
We've not had one yet. It's been cancelled. Corona bollocks.
Shut, I forgot that. Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd all be there.
yeah. So how long of a drive is that from here?
2.5 hours, isn't it?
Is it?
Three and a half,
Is it?
three and a half hours.
Just before London.
Oh, it's
isn't it?
Hastings. That's the long drive.
Hastings is the horrible one.
How long's that?
Depends what.
Just the name is sending your head west.
We've done it, right? We've drove to Hastings so many times. We've done it in 4.5, 5 hours.
We've done it
And
in
we've-
9.
And then,
Oh.
and then we've been in a car for half a day, 12 hours.
We've been in a car in this heat.
We have. Both of us in our boxes just like that. Like stopping off every 2 minutes, lost 150 quid each on the fruit machines because we're stopping off every 20 minutes. So it's just like, that's just one of them. Now we just try and go to Hastings when we definitely have to go
yeah,
there,
yeah.
like for event week or whatever.
Yeah.
Try and stay away from there.
Did you see what was that thing with Hastings? Peer Jam stopped. You know when Peer Jam had it was Hastings, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something big happened. Were you involved with when that happened?
When it got
No,
cancelled?
we weren't involved.
'Cause whenever they post,
that was
have you seen, they
between-
get attacked. Have you not seen?
Yeah, well, that was it. Got
yeah.
cancelled because
Because of the
wind.
weather. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
The one on the Saturday happened. No, the one on the Saturday got cancelled,
One
and
on
then
the
they had
Sunday.
Garage Nation on the Sunday.
Yeah.
But what the general public don't realise is that as soon as the wind goes over a certain level, it's actually not safe to be on there.
Yeah.
And the minute that anything happens, game over for the promoter.
Right.
And like, as much as people give the promoter stick and stuff like that, it was a local promoter down there who done like a brand deal with Peer Jam, and it's like they got a load of stick because it's like, how can you do this event and yesterday weren't safe because the fucking wind weren't safe
Yeah.
yesterday,
A lot of people were
and all the
posting,
barriers were on the floor.
but a lot of people were posting saying it's not even windy and all this stuff.
Yeah, but they're like sat in the garden.
Yeah,
like,
they're
Yeah.
chilling,
miles away.
chilling in Weatherspoon's beer garden, pissed.
Yeah.
We're all
End of the pier, you
sheltered,
can feel it,
and
can't
then
you?
you're half a mile out to sea on a pier. Then that's where it's windy.
So that wasn't even a Peer Jam event. It was a brand buy.
yeah, it was
So
like
Peer Jam
a
took all
pier-
the shit for. Someone's brand back wounded.
That's it. I know, but that's just one of them things, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it happens.
Yeah.
doesn't it?
People don't realise, again, going back to what people don't realise goes on behind the scenes, ultimately the promoters, as soon as the promoter gives the green light for that event to go ahead, the insurance will probably be void because you've gone ahead with the event and it's not safe.
Yeah.
If anything happens on there, someone's going to jail if something bad happens.
That's how serious it is.
Someone's-
no one thinks like
someone's-
that.
Yeah, that's
People
how
think-
bad it'd be, yeah.
People just want to get on there and get twisted. That's basically it.
That's
I've
it.
never been to what would you say was better, the Hastings Pier or the Blackpool Pier?
Hastings is amazing. Like
It looks very spacious
It's brand new.
Very
yeah, it's
spacious
huge.
indeed.
compared to North Pier.
Blackpool, though, is so cool, man. That's
Yeah,
right,
it
isn't
is.
There's some class days on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they've got a really good thing going on
The
there.
weather's really nice down south, though.
It is, yeah. I loved
Always
working on them
nice. Loves
Blackpool
roasting.
shows, was class. But then, like, Hastings was like a little mini week away. Like, we'd
Little
go down
holiday,
3 days before, set everything up, and you see the whole thing, and then the day was really good. People are decent in Hastings as well, so it's always a good
Is
day.
it the proper southern accent down there? Well, I don't know. I can't think what
yeah,
the accent
it's-
will be. Yeah,
It's kind of like...
Bristol.
it's
Is
hard
that
to-
Bristol?
No,
No,
it's-
that's the opposite way.
It's
Is
like
opposite
right
way.
on the southeast coast.
How do they sound?
Like white, mate. Like that,
All right,
maybe
mate.
like a
All right,
little
mate.
bit fisherman-y as well. You know what I mean?
Fisherman.
Like a bit, like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit like Cornish,
Go on.
Cornwallish.
Do
I
it.
can't do it. It's in my head. I know what it's like, but I can't do it.
Come on. I know you want to say it.
I can't.
Come on. Not know like a quick
No, I
sentence.
don't. I just. Some of them
You've
sound
got it
like
in
just
you, George.
normal Cockney, and then some of them sound like where's me fishnets and all that. So,
Come on, see with me with fishnets is in the accent.
I don't know how to do the accent. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to process in my
yeah.
brain. But
We've not been there for a bit, have we?
good time though, man.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's just fish and chips everywhere, though. You need to eat that 3 times a
And
day.
fruit machines. I love a fruity on that southeast coast,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, arcades everywhere.
Beers and all that, yeah. Decent place.
Can we see what's in this box?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to get the box?
Oh, do you want me to bring it up?
You-
I've got more
You
room.
get it if you want.
Yeah, you go.
You're
You're
probably stronger than
Go
me
on,
as
Mike.
well.
And I think you need to get those other 2 as well.
George had to carry that beast upstairs.
Mate, that was just boom, straight on the shoulder, that. Seen these guns?
Like, get that open.
We're doing an opening, yeah?
Don't know how I'm going to open that.
That one, yeah. And then I think get those other
Open
2
here?
as well.
Ooh.
Stanley.
What is that? Is that like, ooh.
Are you ready for this?
What the fuck? How the fuck do you open that now?
I wish it would have come yesterday. Could have got it ready.
Would have had it set up.
So this is just for the office.
Yeah.
This is for like Mondays in the office, first thing in the morning. You got to have a. Oh my god, look at that.
Jeez.
Packaging on that bad boy.
Is it making your own beer or what?
No,
Oh,
it's.
it's like a pump.
So you get like Heineken kegs. They've got 14 pints in them. One of my mates told me about it, and I was just like, I've got to get one of them for the office. Sent it to Brian. He was just like, order immediately, and that was it.
Yeah, I just said order it now.
I can't get in there.
That looks heavy.
Bit of weight to that, isn't there?
Yeah.
Proper bit of
What the
kit.
fuck's in that? It's for a pump. How much was that, if you don't mind me asking?
About 400 quid or something.
400
like
quid. Nice.
that. Worth it. That. though.
Worth it, though.
Yeah,
Like when
fucking
you
right.
guys come down, it's like you'll start coming more often. Now.
Yeah, for free beer.
So we'll
Yeah,
see you a bit
there'll be
more
no
often.
Skype meetings going on.
That's what I mean. An essential bit of
Buzz,
kit.
Buzz
really.
Lightyear helmet. I want one.
Get on, lads. Do you have an office or
We
you have a studio? Don't
we
you?
have a
Studio, yeah.
studio. We have an office at my house, but
It's heavy, that.
That is heavier than it looks.
we have a new studio / office coming. Hopefully at the end of this year.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
if everything starts picking up. And it's basically so it's going to be like a studio, as in where it's we'll have actual sets for podcasts.
Okay.
Nice.
We're going to be doing a thing called Mixing 20.
What's that?
So it's where basically doing DJ mixes on a set.
Oh, I think I seen you do something the other day with the
We've done one so far with Vibe Killers and Grant
Vibe Killers,
Myers,
That's it, yeah.
so when we have the studio, it'll be all based in a studio.
Oh, and so you can just like hire it out for that for people, or you're just going to do it for your own channels?
Our own channel. So
Okay.
it was basically going to be a big white room.
Yeah.
and with sets, so like with Mixing 20 and a set for backyard sessions and a photography studio.
Okay.
And that's the plan for towards the end of the year, because one of our mates has just bought a building and it's making into units, so we're getting a good deal on it. So we're
nice.
So if you want to leave Manchester and come over to Darwin,
No, we're alright.
Or if you ever want to pick the decks back up and do a Mixing 20.
So can we get this on or anything, or is that it?
No, I think that's it. I think it needs a bit more setup.
Yeah, there's a few
You've
more
got to
bits
like
that need
chill
to...
them for a bit.
We'll have to do that part 2.
Next time.
Yeah, we're gonna come
We'll
over.
have like loads of them.
What type of beer have you got?
Beer Moretti and Heineken, the best.
Heineken. Is that what you drink?
Yeah.
It's a decent beer.
Yeah.
Heineken, Peroni, Moretti. Any of
You're
them.
not a Stella Foster's type of guy now.
Stella's.
I drink Stella, but not Foster's.
Why? Not like Fozzie's. Fozzie's is big in Darwin, isn't it?
Budweiser, I might as
like
well.
Bud, yeah.
Budweiser, that's probably
decent.
my go-to be honest.
Yeah, it's decent.
Stay cold when they're at the bottom still. You know what I mean?
Is that what it does?
Well, it's in a bottle, innit? It's not a full pint. So
Oh.
Peroni bottles, that's probably a favourite actually.
Probably
That's
decent.
lethal though.
Are they strong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're nice though.
Fair dues. Right, okay, so it's been lovely coming down to see the boys.
Yeah, man.
It's been
As always.
it's been a while since we've seen each other, and life got a bit different when shutdown happened.
Did.
Because you're annoying me every day. Annoying us every day. Very because they are very. I need this doing today.
Very
It's
demanding.
yeah, very demanding. So it's been life's been good actually. I'm not gonna lie for
Nice
us.
to get a breather.
Yeah, because when we started full time, it was like, okay, we can't
Don't
breathe
know what
here.
we're fucking
Yeah.
getting off here.
They would literally write a list out in this database thing and just say things that needed doing. And someone made the mistake saying today. I said, Brian, these are all for today.
Oh,
are
that
they?"
was Bill, wasn't it?
Yeah,
We were like, what? Downloading everything.
We're like, shit.
Steam coming out his ears.
I've not signed anything yet, so I might be able to get out of this. But yeah, let's hope that all the events that are coming up this year
Yeah.
are going to go ahead. Can you just tell us everything that's coming up this year? Well, yeah, let us know what's coming up so we can
Well, it all depends.
link it all up in the description.
We are going to try and do some skate park shows. We've got another site where we might do some social distancing events. We've got a Zoom
Yeah.
call on that tomorrow.
Like a little project we're working on to
Oh,
do
sick.
some.
Called Social Avenue.
We've got a big car park basically that we can turn into a mini festival site with social distancing.
That's it.
So
You guys will be on the call straight away.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
So,
man.
Might call you tomorrow and say I need a video today.
Oh, fucking hell.
Don't book anything in tomorrow night.
We've got the castle on the 19th of September, which is
Yeah, 50-50.
Was that 50-50?
yeah, and then Retro in the Park, 26th of September. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed that will go ahead.
Yeah.
And then we've got loads of Albert Hall shows and
Yeah,
two
we've got like
events at the ice rink in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
And then that's it. We're not really going to do anything else this year. Like, we're just going to focus on the postponements into next year, and then all the new stuff for next year. Because I think we've got 11 shows at Albert Hall in
Yeah, we've
October,
got,
November,
like,
December.
Busy period there. Halloween, couple in November, December trance. We're doing Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So there's a lot really to
Fucking hell.
focus on.
Yeah, so we
But
don't need to do
hopefully
anything
they
else.
can go. And then be into next year, fresh start hopefully.
Hopefully, man.
Yeah.
We're ready for a
Definitely.
bit of a fresh start.
Yeah, and some of the festival stuff for next year we probably would get out in like August, September as well. Like, because we've got
Maybe
some cool
chat again,
sites.
like start of next year, and we can show you a lot of our new projects and plans will be released. Cats will be out the bag,
Yeah, man.
and there'll be some very exciting stuff to chat about.
Find out who cost 90 bags.
Yeah, we'll find. As soon as
Hopefully
cameras
by
come
then.
off, we'll know.
There's someone into six figures by then.
Yeah.
Some people who we're working with at the minute, there's going to be some massive stuff next year.
Sick.
So hopefully we'll have a new sum to talk about and use to.
We'll do an
Yes.
update. We'll do another podcast this time next year and see
Yeah.
where we're at, man.
Yeah, man.
I'll have no hair. Same with you.
Too stressed.
Yeah, and I'll let everyone know
That's a good idea
what
at
this
the time.
database thing got like after a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice one for coming on the podcast. Nice one bringing us down to the office.
All good.
Yeah,
thanks
thanks
for
for
coming.
And no worries. So yeah, that is. So this is the podcast number 5. All the links for JBM's events and future events will all be linked in the description. So yeah,
Peace.
peace.
Goodbye.
So the back. Awesome.
It's a wrap.
So who was that 90k then? Yes, it's still recording.